Hello, everybody. This is Autism Hong Kong, the Fi-Fi social work channel. And tonight we have Friday Hong Kong series number 8. The topic is training for NGOs and schools. Hello, Freddie and Daniel. Hi.
Hello,
Hello.
Francis.
Okay, so I pass the time to Freddie and Daniel for your training for NGOs and school.
Thank you, Francis. So this is the eighth episode of this series, and I believe this is the last episode of our Freddy Home EM service series. So in the past seven episodes, we have already included different kind of our service and also publication of our the multicultural calendar. But in order to coexist for different ethnic groups and different culture to coexist in the society and build up an inclusive and integrated society, direct service is not enough. We need to cultivate the mindsets of people, and we need to educate the mindset of different parties in our society. So trainings and education is inevitable. So in this episode, we are going to introduce what we are doing in the training in schools and NGOs. First of all, we have every year we organize some trainings for social work students. There are some social work institutes. And their professor or tutors, they bring their students to our center to understand more about the ethnic minority community in our society. And this is very important for them to know, because as a social worker to be, in the future they may face different the service users, and the service users may come from different background and different culture and with different religion. If they know nothing about multicultural, this is very difficult for them to engage and in different community, and very difficult for them to build a relationship with their clients. So it is important for them to come to our center, get to know the culture of different background of community. And also we for several years we have bring these social work students go into the community, talk to the people in the EM shops, and we also do more than community work on the streets. We also, you remember, Daniel, we
Yes.
have we have bring these social work students to go for home visits.
Yes.
We went to different buildings where Nepalese community or other South Asian community live in Jordan and Yamate, such districts. We have organized some home visits for them so that they can have an in-depth conversation with our service users of our with our non-Chinese community. And this is very important because especially for young people in Hong Kong, although they speak their English is not bad, but most of them are very shy and they are not confident enough to speak in languages other than Cantonese. And when they speak in English, they may feel very nervous. And through our community walk and the home visits, we bring these social worker students to build up connections and networks with the non-Chinese community, so that they can also build up their confidence in speaking in English and ask some questions in whether in their curiosity or whether according to what they need to know in order to understand more about the target community, so that they can provide more appropriate service to what they are going to do in the future. So this is very important. Besides, we have 3 years since 3 years ago. Almost every week we have a night for a study group, uh, like talking about some discussing topic about multicultural. Do you remember what kind of topics we have covered in the past?
Basically, we will usually cover different kind of aspect of different countries, like the political side, like the cultural side, and then previously we also have some guest speaker. They come to our study group and share their own experience on their trip before to different countries, or their interested topic like some specific countries' culture as well.
For example, recently we have some friends who are familiar with Philippine culture. They share with us the culture of Philippines, the food, and also the religion. And also we have some friends who are familiar with Korean culture. Also, some of them they are familiar with Sri Lankan culture. They also come to make a presentation about different cultures which they are experts in. So we have in these study groups we can broaden our view and deepen our understanding in other culture, not only culture of India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Nepal. Of course, these are the main topics we have gone through many times. We in some weeks or some nights we have spent time in talking about the economy of each of these South Asian countries, and we also discuss about the traditional sports. We also talk about traditional food cuisines of this culture, and also religions. In some of the weeks we have discussed Mahabharata, Ramayana, and also the content of the Quran. These are also important information that we as a service provider and also as a trainer of cultural sensitivity that we need to and we must equip ourselves with to understand deeper of a culture. So this study groups is we already run for 3 years and is also very important for our internal improvement of our team.
So for this study group, we are also very welcome for the people who are interested.
This is a study group. We include different kind of people. So that we can train the local Chinese with the broader view and mindset of the multicultural. Besides, we also go to some different NGOs to organize cultural trainings and cultural program for their service users. For example, in this picture, we have hold a talk and sharing in a elderly center, where the elderly may not have opportunity because when they were young, it is not very accessible to these South Asian countries, and maybe there at that time there is no internet, and it is not very handy, and they may not feel quite safe to travel to these countries. Nowadays, it is easier for us, and they may be very curious on what does the South Asian culture look like, what do they eat, and what do they practice, and what are the rituals and taboos of different South Asian religion. We have bring these cultural items and some pictures to the elderly center so that they may have better understanding on these cultures. Besides, there's not only service users who are interested in knowing more about South Asian culture. in this picture, it shows that we have organized a sharing workshop, sharing session to the volunteers, of a community center. We also organized volunteers training for different NGOs like Caritas or Hong Kong Red Cross or some local churches. And this is important for them to get a taste of what the South Asian culture look like, because usually these volunteer groups of some NGOs or churches, they may be preparing for organize some direct service to multicultural society or non-Chinese society. And before they organize such, or before they plan such service or programs, they may need to know the characteristics or the culture of non-Chinese community in order to avoid some misunderstanding or avoid some conflicts, or better plan their program. For example, if their program involves food, so it is important for them to understand more about the South Asian religion and culture and any concerns on their diets. And if they know nothing about that, this may be some problems when they plan their programs and may cause some misunderstanding. Although our service users, non-Chinese service users, may not be angry with them, because they may just understand that this is caused by their not understanding the South Asian culture. They may not. They also understand that the volunteers do not intentionally create such problems, but this will also create some inconvenience to the service users and will hinder the efficiencies of the volunteer groups of providing in providing this social service. So more than training for volunteers and social work students and our mainstream NGO social service users, we also provide some trainings and multicultural and cultural sensitivity sharing session in local schools, such as some secondary schools. Of course, these secondary school students may also be volunteers. They may also participate in or volunteer in some social service and planning for providing service to our non-Chinese community. But I think even if they are not going to be volunteer as providing social service to non-Chinese community, it is important for them to get a mindset of multi-diversity, multicultural and diversified society, because in the future they will be the adults and they will play an important role in our society, and they will have their children.
Yes.
Yeah. So it is important for them to bear in mind, and there are different kind of people of different cultural background in our society, and which we are coexisting in the same society. And if they have the chance and opportunity to create contact and network with people from different culture, then it can effectively reduce the chance of being discriminative and prejudice on people different from them, and they can cultivate the mindset of respecting differences. So it is important to educate our next generation since they were young.
Yes.
And this is also why we think important to provide trainings and education and sharing session in secondary school, in secondary school, they can start from the very early age to make contact and to have a better understanding of the different cultures. Besides, this is a lecture in the university. We were invited to by different faculties, such as we have given lectures in some social work programs, social science, and we have also collaborated with them Department of Geography, Department of Translation in different university to give a talk for, sharing to the students, so that the students can broaden their view of culture, and they can know more about what kind of people with different cultural background are living in maybe just next to us, our neighbors, but as university students, maybe they are in the age of 20. They may live in some districts which where there are many non-Chinese living in the same building, but for the past 20 years in their whole life, they may not have the opportunity to directly talk to or make a conversation with such non-Chinese neighbors, because that may be caused by different reasons. Maybe they are scared, or maybe they are shy, or maybe from the news or the mainstream media they may have some misunderstanding of these different cultures or religions. And after our cultural sensitivity training, we have answered some of their inquiries, some of their misunderstanding, or they may want to clarify some of their myths, so that in the future they may not be that they may not have those the fear or the worries they have before. And we also teach them some daily dialogues or some simple phrases in South Asian language, so that this can be opening or the small talk to open a conversation with their non-Chinese neighbor. This is important because by establishing the real person conversation and real person relationship, that can eliminate prejudice and discrimination on a different group of culture.
And I think that is very good that when I observe when Freddie is sharing during the different sessions, I can see that the local participants are very actively, they raise out some question or their curiosity towards the South Asian culture, and then I can also feel their willingness to learn more about that as well.
So we also have organized some trainings for schools and NGO staff. For example, in this picture, we are having a training for a very big NGO in Hong Kong for their staff. And also we go into schools to organize training for teachers, probably in the teacher development day or staff development day. And this is crucial for our social worker staff and teaching staff in Hong Kong to understand more about South Asian culture and multicultural, because they are the people who provide direct service. And with 100,000 of population of South Asian in Hong Kong, it is inevitable for them to have contact with South Asians, because in every district we have not a small population of non-Chinese, and this is very likely that in their daily work they will have cases or students they will come across with such non-Chinese families in their daily work. If they know nothing about their culture, it is difficult for them to carry out their work, both in organizing cases or group work, or even in teaching them in school settings. So this is same as what we have said in the beginning of training, providing training to social work students. It is more important because they are already on job. Such teachers and social workers are already in job. So this is important for them to know more about the details of the culture of different people. And we also not just providing trainings in classroom or in the training room settings. We have also provide trainings for NGO staff and teachers by bringing them to the community where we have a lot of South Asian population. We bring them to the shops to talk to Nepalese shopkeepers. We bring them to the restaurants to talk to Pakistani and Indian, so that they can have a real connection and real closer connection and real conversation with the South Asian community. And that is very important. It's talking to a real person is more effective and more useful than just listening to what I say in the classroom. And this is, and if they have more some queries or questions about their misunderstandings, they can ask directly to the people they meet on the street. So this is very important to have trainings and cultural sensitivity sharing to local Chinese, as they are also important stakeholders in our society. Instead of only providing one direction service to our non-Chinese community, or instead of just asking non-Chinese to learn Chinese to adapt to our mainstream society, as a local Chinese or as the mainstream society, they have also the responsibility to learn more about the characteristics and the rituals and practice and beliefs of our non-Chinese community and the South Asian culture. Only by doing this, we can cultivate an inclusive and integrative society in Hong Kong. And by doing this, we can have social harmony among different ethnic groups and different religion with different culture. So thank you, Francis, for giving us this time to share about our belief and our principle and our objective, what we want to do through our services. We hope that through not only our efforts, but by the efforts of everyone, including Francis, we can build a better society and a peaceful society. Nowadays, peace is very important, and we hope every different group of people can live together in the society in peace. Thank you, Francis.
Thank you.
Thank you, Freddie and Daniel. Yeah, I think you have done a good job in disseminating the information about the different cultures in Hong Kong to our local mainstream Chinese-speaking communities. It's a very good job. So if any NGO or school watching this live stream, I hope you can contact Freddie direct for asking his services to provide training for the NGO staff, user, and also the school teachers and the students, so that more and more people in Hong Kong can know about the different cultures in Hong Kong. So please help me to promote our YouTube.
Remember to like and subscribe Francis' channel.
And share with your friends if you like the video.
Yeah, thank you. So that's the end for our tonight's show, and thanks for watching. And see you next. Thank you. Bye bye.
Well, bye
Bye
bye.